நின்னருள் புகழ்த பணியும்
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Jai Shri Ram, Swamiye Saranamayappa. Welcome to Actionable TV on the journey. Thank you for joining us. You've got myself, Alan Murgan, as well as Kimera, Heeralal.
Good evening, everybody. Yes, Kimera is good, right, today? Yeah, hello, everybody.
I first said it wrong and then I said it right.
For those of you who are watching, we do apologize for this morning's Crack of Dawn show. We could not go live as we were upgrading our systems. It took longer than usual.
Yeah, well, you were busy the whole weekend.
Hey, I did not sleep this weekend. Work.
Yeah, you can see the bags under your eyes.
Well, welcome everybody. This is The Journey.
Yeah, you can see we were really busy.
This is The Journey. This is Alan Murgan. It's hosted by Alan Murgan. And as you know, he got me by his side.
You could say it's hosted by the two of us. Just for two.
Yeah, well, interact with us in studio today. As you know, you can comment at the bottom of the screen where it says live chat. And if you'd like to use the other contact details, you can find it on the bottom right of the screen throughout the entire show. Very good evening to Vona, Asha, Kim and Ramashni.
Vanakkam.
Yeah, good evening, guys.
You're saying evening, you're saying Vanakkam. It's greeting and salutations.
You do it for me. So
okay, you say it in English. You say the Tamil meaning. Greetings and salutations.
Greetings. And to all the hip-hop people, what's up?
You see, today she's doing hip-hop.
Yeah. You know, I was suffering with my back today. And I actually went to all of my meetings in a tracksuit. Can you believe it? But yeah. yeah, I told her.
I'm surprised that she's in a tracksuit. I said, what happened now?
You'll never see me like this. No, man, I'm suffering with my back. I have to keep it warm.
Yeah, I never ever seen you in a tracksuit. It's the first time.
I look like a 12-year-old kid, man.
So today we're talking about Lord Shiva.
Okay.
Right?
Nice one.
Now, my own personal opinion is, like we said the last time,
okay,
regarding Saivism as well, that I believe that it could be dated. It's ageless. It has no beginning. I believe it is a precursor of many facets of the Hindu religion, or now termed the Hindu religion.
Right.
Scholars trace Saivism, or the worship of Shiva, more than 8,000 years ago to the Indus Valley civilization.
Okay.
Right? But our sacred records state, or according to our sacred records, from the very beginning of time, the worship of Lord Shiva was going on. Now, we've got something again from London by Sashi Hussain. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name.
Welcome, Sashi. Welcome to you.
Roman Henry for sending us content. We decided we're going to play, I think it's
okay, so she pieced together a little something for Lord Shiva, or what do you
think? Yes,
think?
the origins of Lord Shiva.
Lovely.
right?
Yeah.
So it will basically explain the same thing what I just said.
Nice. Here we go. Yes,
Wow.
Auntie Shashi, everybody.
Vanakkam.
Namaste, I'm Shashi Gosai. Today I would like to talk about perhaps one of the most important gods in Hinduism, and that's Lord Shiva. So who is it? Let's find out. Shaivism, or the worship of Lord Shiva, dates back to more than 8,000 years ago, even before the Vedic times. So this is a sect which is actually precursor to the modern Hinduism. Shiva means the auspicious one, although he is called the destroyer, part of the cycle of universe together with Brahma and Vishnu, who are the creators and the preservers. While in Western thought, destruction is generally meant to be a bad thing, in Hinduism, it's actually an auspicious, holy act necessary for new birth. So destruction in Hindu belief implies reproduction. So there's a cycle of life and he's part of that cycle. Shiva is generally thought to have originated from Rudra, a god that was worshipped in the Indus Valley during the Vedic period. Rudra was a hunter and a storm god and was very fierce in his ways. Rudra's father was Lord of Beings and his mother was Usha, the goddess of dawn. When he was born, he used to cry a lot, and his father named him Rudra from the word Rud, which means to cry. But he also had a very auspicious and kind nature, and that is what actually Shiva means. Shiva means auspicious and kind. So the name changed from Rudra to Shiva over a period of time, and now he's regarded more of Shiva rather than Rudra. Shiva has 1008 names, forms, titles, and each worshipper looks at Shiva in a different light. So one of the most common names is Mahadeva, which means the great god or god of gods. He's one of the most complex and contradictory characters in the Hindu mythology, but the more you study about him, the more you understand the nature of all the beings, all the positives and negatives, and he personifies each one of them. So let's have a look at some of his forms. The first one, let's look at Natraja, the Lord of Dance. Lord Shiva has been symbolized in this embodiment of energy. His cosmic dance called the Tandav is a dance of bliss. It's set within a circular arch of flames called the Prabha Mandala, which symbolizes cosmic cycles of creation and destruction, the daily rhythm of birth and death, and the interaction between the static and dynamic energy flow. The second one is Mahayogi, or the Lord of Yoga. Shiva is the Lord of meditation and depicted seated in a deep meditation on Mount Kailash. He is thought to be humankind's first teacher. He taught through meditation how to achieve moksha, how to achieve that ultimate bliss. He holds the key to the highest spiritual knowledge and miracles. He rules over all aspects of yoga relative to the body, mind, and soul. He is the eternal presence of yoga and as the supreme consciousness behind the universe. 84,000 positions of asanas have been derived from his movements. As Natraj, the Lord of Dance, his dance and gestures also reflect yoga postures, starting with the main 108 that most people have to learn. The third most important aspect is called Mrityunjaya, or one who conquers death. The Mahamrityunjaya mantra is believed to have miraculous properties that every Hindu believes in. Shiva symbolizes the immortal prana, the undying force of eternal existence and pure being. Tantric yoga teachings with pranic mantras about prana relate to Shiva, who holds the inner power of pranayama. So absolutely very important in every aspect of one's life. The fourth most important aspect is called Shiva Lingam. The lingam is actually a symbol for Lord Shiva himself. It reminds us that the Lord is everywhere, omnipotent, and is absolutely formless. It represents a whole universe that comes from Shiva, stays in him, and then goes back to him. It also represents as a god of sexual energy and signifies fertility. This is one of the reasons he is worshipped in the form of a lingam and yoni, which represent the male and female reproductive parts. The fifth aspect, Lord Shiva is also depicted as a family man. Shiv's consort is called Shakti, which is the ultimate goddess. She's called by different names and has different forms with distinct characteristics. But the main one is called Parvati, and she personifies love and romance. Secondly, it's Durga with a beautiful appearance as a symbol for courage and justice. Uma is the goddess of motherhood. Kali, with her fearful appearance and wild nature, is a symbol for death and inhalator of any evil. Shakti is seen as the left half of his own body, and this fusion of Shiva and Shakti is called Ardha Narishwar. This is the Kundalani Shakti, the power of consciousness at a cosmic level. They had two sons, Lord Ganesha, the destroyer of obstacles, and Kartikya, the lord of war, and a daughter called Ashoka Sundari. Mahashivratri is celebrated as the wedding of Lord Shiva with Parvati, and is considered very auspicious because its two energies of universal consciousness and universal bliss come together on this day. Devotees fast all day and stay up all night meditating and chanting his name. Then there's goddess Ganga. Now Ganga is not his wife, but she does help him in the whole preservation of the earth. Lord Brahma asked Ganga to descend on earth to provide water. However, the power of the force of the flow of the Ganga would have been too great and would have destroyed earth. Lord Shiva accepted the first flow through his head, and through his matted locks of hair released her in 7 streams, which is the 7 sacred rivers of India. She now helps mankind to cultivate crops by providing irrigation and making the land fertile. It is also believed that it signifies the flow of wisdom and teachings of the scriptures through generations. So a very significant aspect of the whole Shiva movement and how we believe that we can carry on this earth, using all the elements that God has given us. Lord Shiva has a lot of symbolisms. So let's have a look at some of them. Well, the first one is a snake coiled around his neck. The snake's name is Vasuki and is coiled 3 times, representing past, present, and future. It also represents ego, which once mastered can be worn like an ornament. According to mythology, he also served as a rope during the Samudra Manthan, where the ocean waters were churned to extract Amrit, or the nectar of immortality. Lord Shiva is also seen with a blue throat and sometimes called Nilkant. So let's have a look at the story behind that. The churning of the ocean, or the Samudra Manthan, by the gods and the demons also yielded a poison called Halahal, which Shiva drank. This poison stayed in his throat and turned it blue. However, he did not swallow the poison due to a blockage created by goddess Parvati. But it is a symbol of his beauty that we all revere to, and his savior, that he has saved us from the poison that would have just swallowed the whole earth up. So it is mythology, but it shows that God is always there to look after us in our dire times. It's a symbolic gesture. There is a moon crescent in Lord Shiva's hair, and there are many legends that have stories relating to this. But one of the most famous or important one is amongst the yogis that say moon controls the mind. And this is something even modern scientists have found, that on full moon, there's a higher risk of agitation from the mentally ill. The moon channelizes spiritual energy through the chakra system, which is vital in meditating. It also represents mastery over time. So the moon has a lot of connotations within our Hinduism system, and this is just one of the stories, but it shows the importance moon has in our daily lives, in how we interact with each other, how we find peace and connection with the absolute. Lord Shiva holds a damaru, or a drum, in his hand, which represents rhythm and time. It represents holy scriptures, the Vedas, where it is stated that the sound was the creation of the universe. Lord Shiva is seen with a trident in his hand. The trident is called a Trishul, And it comes from a Sanskrit word tri, meaning three, and shul means problems or suffering. So Trishul is a symbolic gesture for destroying the threefold suffering. The threefold suffering mankind suffer from is physical, mental, and spiritual. So it's a symbolic gesture that it's going to get rid of all our sufferings if we really meditate on the form of Shiva with the trident in his hand. Trishul also represents three powers. That's knowledge, desire, and implementation. So again, a very important aspect of everyone's spiritual journey through this life. Lord Shiva is seen sitting on a tiger skin. And this is the victory of the divine force over all our animal instincts. Again, a symbol. Lord Shiva is seen with a Rudraksha mala, and this denotes purity and concentration during meditation. This is a jap mala that every Hindu uses when they're doing any kind of meditation. Lord Shiva has three eyes, denoting the sun, moon, and the third eye looks inside us into the inner realms and spaces of higher consciousness. It's a symbol that destroys evil and ignorance. Monday is considered to be the holy day for Lord Shiva, and many devotees take part in what we call the Sola Somva Vrat or fast. All prayers relating to husband, children, illnesses are believed to be answered when you do the 16 fasts on Mondays. So, and it can be done any time of the year. But very, very strong mantras, which I personally have felt the whole power and impossible dreams have come true. Hindus say that Shiva is Anand, which means he's neither born nor does he die. His power is endless and his wisdom is all-knowing. Through his meditation, he can see what is happening throughout the world at any particular moment, and any devotee who is praying to him, he has this knack of connecting and answering the prayers. It's this mysticism that has made Shiva such a heavily worshipped and revered god in Hinduism. He continues to be the central figure in all temples, and the devotion that he's inspired will continue throughout centuries, purely because he does answer to different aspects of one's life. And that's what makes him so special.
That was beautiful.
That was really beautiful.
That was so beautiful,
Thank you,
Auntie Shashi.
She basically took a lot of the things that I was going to say as well on the show.
Well done, Auntie Shashi. For those of you just joining the show, that is Shashi Gussain from London.
From London.
Thank you so much for your content. That was nice.
We appreciate it.
So anything you want to add to that before we cut to commercial?
You know what, there is a lot of things as well.
There's a lot to say.
Yeah.
Alright, if you just joined the show today, we're talking about Lord Shiva, and if you want to interact with us in the studio, you can do so. There is the contact details at the bottom right of your screen, and at the bottom of the screen is live chat. We'll come back.
If there's any content or anything you want to say regarding that, you're more than welcome to chat it up to us. We can mention it as well.
Or take your show away from it.
You're more than welcome to any time.
Alright guys, stay
I
where you are.
welcome you.
Stay where you are. We'll come back straight after this.
You can do anything. All you need is determination. And a fresh pair of these Nallis. But what's the point of looking like Injay game if all your money is on your feet and your dreams go up in flames? In this world of doing it for Ikram, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Vanakkam, namaste, namaskaram, Jai Shri Ram, Swamiye Saranayappa. Welcome back to the journey on Acting World TV with myself, Alan Murgan, as well as Kimera Heeralal.
Good evening, everybody.
She didn't notice I said it right.
Yeah, no, I did notice. I'm enjoying the moment. Did you have to do it? I love the respect thing. You see, show me respect on the show today. Hi, guys.
We have to laugh as well.
Yeah.
We can't be serious all the time.
Well, a very good evening to Basil as well as Devon. Vanakkam and namaste to all of you. All right,
Yeah,
so
Basil says good vibes.
good vibes. Thank you so
Kim
much.
Parachi is then responding, I recently learned that the location of Lord Ganesha's original head is believed that Lord Shiva kept in Patal Bhubaneswar cave in Uttarakhand.
Thanks for that, Auntie Kim.
Didn't know about that.
Also didn't know that.
I always believed that Lord Shiva actually destroyed Ganesha's original head.
Oh, that's something new. Thanks a lot,
Yeah.
Auntie Kim.
When it
that's
comes to
helpful.
Ganesha,
Yeah.
there's one story that says Lord Shiva killed him, and there's another story behind it.
Mm.
And that story then says Saniswari didn't want to look at Ganesha,
Yeah.
and on that note, he kept his eyes down
Yes.
because of his eyes. Whoever he looked at, he would destroy them.
Mm.
So the one story goes that he actually, or Amma decided to ask him to look at her son.
Mm.
You know, she was so proud.
Yes.
And when he looked, his eyes fell upon Ganesha's head, and Ganesha's head was destroyed or immolated.
Oh, yeah.
That was another story.
Yeah, I know
Like
that
I'm saying,
story. Yeah.
I don't know that story.
I
I
know
know the
that
one
story.
about Lord Shiva. Like I said, I
Yeah.
didn't know that one until now. Anyway, it just
Yeah.
came into my head.
Thank you so much, Kim Parachi, for joining us on the show, as I call you Auntie Kim.
Yeah.
So,
Like
wow.
I said, we're talking about Lord Shiva now.
Yes.
And some people ask me also about once upon a time that Lord Shiva was a hunter and so forth.
Yes.
Yes, it was answered now by Shashi Hussain.
Yes, it was.
But there's also another form of hunter.
Welcome, Cassie.
There's also another form as well that I know of. It's called Kiratar Avatar or Kirateshwar Avatar
Yes.
of Lord Shiva. Now, this is the only form in which he appeared black.
Oh,
You understand, in color.
yeah.
Arjuna wanted to get a peerless weapon.
Yes.
They're called Pasupat Astra, right?
Okay.
From Lord Shiva for the battle of Mahabharata. Now, according to the story of Mahabharata, where Krishna is riding the chariot and Arjuna is going to war with the Pandavas and so forth. A lot of people have watched the Mahabharata on TV. They used to have it
Yes.
on Mnet and stuff. Now, Arjuna wanted a peerless weapon from Lord Shiva. It's a bow. Now, this particular bow is like I said, is a peerless weapon, invincible weapon, and he wanted it from Lord Shiva. So he decided then to leave the other Pandavas and go into the forest and did austere tapas. Now here we go again, austere tapas. Tapas meaning austere penance. Like normally you'll get demons doing that to get immortality.
Right.
Remember the boons?
Yes. You did those
So
bones.
anyway, he did that to get a boon from Lord Shiva. Right, Lord Shiva was satisfied with his prayer, and he wanted to give him the bow, but Lord Shiva also wanted to play around a bit.
Oh.
He's not always serious. Like I
I
said,
know.
he's not always, can't always be
I take him
serious.
to be a fun character when I'm praising. I don't know what I feel, but it
But-
feels that way.
Yeah, so he wanted to also play around with Arjuna as well.
Yeah.
So what he did, he took a form of a hunter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Amma, Adi Parasakti, decided to take the huntress form,
Right.
right? I know one of our huntress forms, I think it's called Padevittu Amman.
Okay.
Not too certain.
Help us
I
out
think-
if you want to.
Tell me
You're
if
welcome
I'm
to.
right or incorrect, or let me know.
Yeah.
I'm just
We stand corrected when we speak, so.
yeah. We don't just remember this is my own opinions, and sometimes I can be wrong. You never know.
His own
So-
research, his own beliefs. So if you want to
No, that
interact
wasn't
with us and
research.
educate us,
That wasn't research.
that's something you remember. Okay.
Man,
Yeah, I'm saying his
I
beliefs.
learned
These are his
somewhere, but I
beliefs.
don't know
So
where.
yeah.
Or
Okay.
when, where.
Okay.
That's why that thing just came into my head.
Yes.
I didn't know the name until now.
Alright.
Anyway, they wanted to play a bit. So there was this wild boar, right? It's a demon in the form of a wild pig, and was going to attack Arjuna. Now Arjuna stood before it with his bow and arrow, and he decided to shoot the pig. Lord Shiva, being who he is and being playful, he said he took his bow and arrow and he shot the pig from behind. Now it goes to a point of valor. Now he gets angry at Lord Shiva. Now he says, how can you shoot the pig from behind, This is showing that I'm more valorous than you and whatever. You didn't know it's Lord Shiva.
Right.
So he tells this hunter that he's more valorous and so forth. And the hunter says, nobody says you can't kill an animal from the back. You understand? Shooting from behind. And it brought some images to my head, but anyway. Now you must know Lord Shiva is playing with Arjuna. So what happens is, he gets angry at Lord Shiva, not knowing it's Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva has still got a smile on his face, right? Because he knows what he's doing. He's playing around.
Yes.
So anyway, they decide to start fighting with a bow and arrow. And Lord Shiva then shoots his arrows and he cuts a string on Arjuna's bow. Right?
Right.
Now,
Sorry guys.
Arjuna got excited as well, and more angry as well, but also excited. Now he's got somebody that can battle him. You understand? He said, hey, this guy can fight.
Yeah.
You understand? He's good with the bow and arrow as well. So then they decide to go from bow and arrows to close combat. Close combat, wrestling. So they decide to wrestle. Now they're enjoying their wrestling match. Now obviously Arjuna can't defeat the Lord. Right? But they're enjoying it. And through this whole process, and while they're busy wrestling around and so forth, Arjuna grabs Lord Shiva's feet. Now, Lord Shiva is a type of person that's very simple. Right? Everybody says he's complex. Yes, he's complex. He's inscrutable. That means you cannot fathom what his mind is about or what he is. Sometimes the most complex is the most simplest. Have you ever thought of that?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can make something seem so complex, but yet it's so simple.
That's true.
That's why people misconstrue the whole subject.
That's true.
Like I'm saying. So anyway, Lord Shiva is a type of a very simple person as well as a god. Right? He gets very pleased now when somebody, they pray and they touch your feet. Like when you go to your in-laws, what happens is you touch their feet to symbolize that you're getting their blessings. And they give you your blessings. What happened was, Lord Shiva was very, very happy and decided to reveal himself. And Adi Parashakti, in the form of the huntress, also revealed herself as well. And he was so shocked, right? Now you must know, he was praying to Lord Shiva, and all of a sudden Lord Shiva is he's fighting. So he was afraid.
Yeah.
And he started begging for forgiveness now.
Yeah.
But Lord Shiva, his kindness, he knows that he was playing and so forth. And so he forgave him, and he told him, he decided to give him this invincible bow to go to war with.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
understand? That's
Alright.
now the story of Kirita, the hunter.
Alright, so before you carry on with the story, guys, I know we need to take a little break. Let that simmer and let your brain absorb everything as you've just been
And don't
taught.
forget, if anybody else has any other opinions regarding Kiriteshwarar, please let us know. That avatar of Lord Shiva.
Yes. Alright, okay, so let's not cut to commercial. Let's showcase a little something today. Let's keep it exciting. It is a Monday.
We've promised you something that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
A little girl, right? What's her name again?
Nerisha Govender.
Nerisha Govender.
Yeah. She's from Deshan Styler? He has a whole academy of teaching children.
Deshan Styler and Ido Academy.
Yeah, that's it. So check out Nerisha Govender coming up.
And remember,
next.
she's only 4 years old. And this is a 4-year-old child singing.
Yeah. Yes, Nerisha Govender all the way from Durban, guys.
She's
Check
so
out.
cute. I just want to pinch her cheeks.
Check out.
சிவபெருமானே எல்லோர்க்கும் நீ தெய்வம் சிவபெருமானே
சிவபெருமானே சிவபெருமானே எல்லோர்க்கும் நீ தெய்வம் சிவபெருமானே
தாய் தந்தை எல்லோர்க்கும் நம சிவாயா ஒவ்வொரு மனிதன் கவலைகள் தீர்க்க நீதான் ஐயா சிவபெருமானே சிவ எல்லோர்க்கும் நீ தெய்வம் சிவபெருமானே. தாய் தந்தை எல்லோர்க்கும் நம சிவாயா. ஒவ்வொரு மனிதன் கவலைகள் தீர்க்க நீதானையா. தாய் தந்தை எல்லோர்க்கும் நம சிவாயா. ஒவ்வொரு மனிதன் கவலைகள் தீர்க்க நீதானையா. ஒவ்வொரு மனிதன் கவலைகள் தீர்க்க நீதானையா. ஒவ்வொரு மனிதன் கவலைகள் தீர்க்க நீதானையா.
சிவ 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 சிவாய நம ஓம் நம சிவாய. சிவ 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 சிவாய நம ஓம் நம சிவாய.
Siva Perumandir by Narisha Gavanda, and she is mentored by Deshan Steiner Naidu himself. Well
Don't you want to
done.
pinch her cheeks?
I want to bite her nose. She's such
Oh,
a
she's
beautiful
cute.
young girl. How old is she again?
4 years.
4 years old. If she can do it, so can you. If she can wear a sari, so can I.
And she looks beautiful in saree
Too
as well.
cute, man. Okay, guys, I'll end yet a lovely piece of content put together for you guys. Alan will be coming back teaching you about.
Well, don't worry, we're still carrying on.
That's the
Lord
rest of the
Shiva as
story.
well. But before we do, Asha
Yeah.
did mention.
Yeah.
She says it's true, Alan. Everyone has their own opinions and knowledge, and it's good to learn from others. But remember, if you have love for God, then that's all that really matters.
That's
Yes,
true, Asha.
That is true.
I want to come again to you, Asha. Okay, so guys, just stay where you are. We're gonna come back, right? And we have Alan Murgan here educating you guys. Don't forget, he is not the only guru here tonight. It's also you. If you want to interact with us and share your knowledge and your wisdom in this journey show exploring Hinduism, you can. We'll come back straight after this.
For the ones we trust to always be there. For the ones caring for others. For the ones who keep going no matter where they are. In extraordinary times, extraordinary people step up and tackle the big things and the little things that matter. For the ones making sacrifices, standing guard, and standing on the front lines, we're grateful for all you do, and we're always here to help you do it. For the ones who get it done.
Vanakkam, namaste, namaskaram, Jai Shri Ram, Swamiye Saranamayappa. Welcome back to the journey here on Actonville TV with myself, Alan Murgan, as well as Kimera Heeralal.
Good evening, everybody.
Thank you for joining us. We do appreciate it. We've got regarding the Narisha Gavanda, Mona Diabai says too cute. Yes, that is
Thanks,
true.
Mona.
You know, you can just fall in love with that small chick. You
She's
just
too
want to
cute.
grab
4
her
years
hug and
old.
pinch her cheeks.
Praising the Lord on key in a sari. Very admirable. Love it. I love it a bit.
You know, I believe he doesn't charge anything for teaching singing.
Yeah, that's what he said in his bio, that he's doing his God's work, sharing his
Yes.
talent, and helping others to do just as good.
If only people around here could do that as well for children as well.
You're welcome to join our team. You do know Actonville TV is about giving back to the community and the less fortunate. So not everybody has talent and has money to go and groom their talents, you know. So
Yeah.
if you want to help us with our projects,
You
you're
never
welcome
know.
to. Yeah.
Maybe your child is fortunate enough to actually, or you think your child's
Yes.
got what it takes.
Yes, you can. You can interact with us in studio if you want to know how we're going to do this. You can email us on mail at actonvillefm.co.za. It's always going to be at the bottom right of your screen throughout the entire show. And you can drop us a WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp line is 074-660-5829. There you go. Cassie Spooner coming in.
She says, beautiful song by the lovely young child.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Cassie.
you.
I'll always give that child a round of applause. So
Yeah.
for those of you who want to see Narisha Gavanda again, you can do
Just
so.
because of that, you end up
Just because
becoming
of
a
that.
styler as well.
That's so true. All right.
Maybe we should contact him to start a school on this side.
Yes, you can. Huh? We can do that.
If we can get the right funding and the right sponsors, we can start a school on this side for.
You're welcome to help us. Even if you got a $2 extra in your pocket, come put. We got a hundi here. I'm teasing, guys. But if you want to help with your God's work and do your seva, and you want to help it, be a part of Actonville TV show, or should I say, it's a broadcasting facility on its own. And the funds that come into here, we don't take anything.
No,
It's to help uplift the community or give back to the public.
we've got our own jobs.
Yes, we've got jobs. I have to go back to
We
work.
work
after
hard.
this. You know, I have to go back to work after this. Only finish at 10 tonight.
Lucky
Yeah,
you.
lucky
Unlucky you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back to our story.
Alright,
Shall we?
let's
So
do
we
that.
finish basically explain the avatar,
Mhm.
Kiritar avatar, or
Yes.
Kiriteshwaran avatar.
Right.
Right. Now, I thought, you know what? Since Sashi Hussain also mentioned with Ganga Devi, it's called Ganga Darar, right? Lord wearing Ganga river to the head.
Okay.
Now, my story is a bit different from hers. My personal beliefs, like I'm saying, this is all coming from my own personal things. Now, like Sashi Hussain said, you know, Brahma.
Mm.
Now, in my story, it's not Brahma,
Mm.
right? It's Bhagratha was a renowned king, the forefather of Rama of Raghu Vamsa. His forefathers, known as the Sagaras, were burnt down due to a curse.
Okay.
Right? For the upliftment of those curses, those ancestors from their cursed states, they couldn't get to heaven.
Okay.
Right, he wanted to bring the river Ganga down to earth to uplift their sins. Now, this is one of the reasons why they always say that submersing yourself in the Ganga
Yes.
will help, allow you to release you from your
Yes.
sins, right? And whatever curses and so forth on you. That is why the Ganges River is such a important milestone for us.
Mm.
So when you get people that actually sell them in bottles, even in small bottles, just to drink to help alleviate whatever sins or whatever curses that you think you might have within you.
Okay.
But maybe sometimes also belief
Mm.
as well. The power of belief.
Yes.
It's very, very, very.
That is true. No matter what religion or culture you come from, you give something faith and believe, it shall
Yeah.
come to term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the human mind is very, very powerful.
That's true.
It is very, very powerful.
Sure.
No, I watched a story about the human mind, but let's get back to our story.
He was gonna throw you apart there,
Right.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. Now, he did severe austerities as well to get permission from Lord Indra. Right? Because remember, the river Ganges wasn't flowing on earth, it was flowing in the heavens.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
And so he did severe penance to ask Lord Indra for permission for the river Ganges to flow down to earth. And you know, severe tapas, penance, austerity, or whatever, you know, they go through some really severe penance. When I say severe, I mean they don't eat for years, they stand on one foot. Some of them
Right.
stand in fires until don't know how many years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Anyway, what happens is Lord Indra says, no problem. But you have to ask Lord Ganga, Lady Ganga herself, Ganga Devi
Yeah.
herself, if she will come down to earth. Right? Now he goes to Ganga Devi. Ganga Devi then says, no problem.
Mm.
But you need to find someone who is powerful enough to be able to take that power, that strength of me flowing down to the earth.
Mm.
Because if I flow down to the earth from the heavens, what's going to happen is it's going to destroy the entire planet. That's how powerful she is. Now, if you picture for yourself, you picture what's happening at Niagara Falls
Yeah.
and how powerful those waterfalls are. Now, imagine this falling from the heavens itself.
Oh.
Now you can
Sure.
it can pulverize.
Yeah, it can.
You understand?
It can, yeah.
Now it pulverizes right through the core of the earth. What's going to happen?
Mm.
Right?
Right.
So everybody decides to go and search now for who is powerful enough to actually handle the power of Ganga coming to earth. And eventually, after a long struggle or a long search, he finds out that Lord Shiva is the only one.
Yes.
So he does severe penance again to ask Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is pleased. He says, okay, no problem, I will assist you. Now, Ganga Devi, not realizing who Lord Shiva is at that time, decides to come down with the fullest of force. I mean, like really push.
Mm.
And she decides now she's going to destroy which is now, for a woman, when she says, no, I'm going to go down hard and I'm going to destroy, to show them, teach them a lesson or whatever.
Yes.
But when she lands in Lord Shiva's head, in his hair, in his matted locks.
Wow.
Right? And she tries to come down with a force, and she's trapped in his hair.
Okay.
Right? And she can't release herself from there. She keeps putting more pressure.
Wow.
Nothing is happening.
Yeah.
Now, who is Lord Shiva? He is a god.
Yes.
Right? He's Bhagavan. And she's trapped in his hair. So, Bhagagrata
Yes.
decides to pray to Lord Shiva and to ask him, please, can he be a little bit easy on her as well regarding it. And so what happens is he takes his dreadlocks, right, and allows her to flow through his dreadlocks, so she flows gently
Okay.
and not so aggressive.
Yeah, she get hurt. Yeah,
Right.
she get hurt.
So that's my side of the story as compared to Sashi Gosain. Sashi Gosain then says, like she said, it's Brahma that prayed for this to happen,
Yes.
or Brahma prayed for Lord Shiva to do that.
Mm-hmm.
My story, it's individual on earth who decided to do severe penance to
Yes.
Lord Indra to get permission for Ganga Devi to come down to earth. That's two different stories.
Okay.
So I don't know what's your opinion. Do you have an opinion?
What's your belief?
What
Share
is-
your belief.
What
with
is
us.
your belief? I would like to hear more beliefs regarding this as
Yes.
well. I mean, everybody's got their own opinion.
That's true.
That's why you always see Lord Shiva with Ganga Devi in his
Yes.
hair. And you always find praying to
Yes.
Lord Shiva.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we're still talking about Lord Shiva, and Alan Murgan is delivering a beautiful story this evening, you're welcome to join us and interact with us at the bottom of the screen where it says live chat. But we'll do so when we come back straight after this commercial break.
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Jai Shri Ram, Swamiye Saranamayapa. Welcome to the Journey on Acton World TV with myself, Alan Murgan, as well as Kimera Heeralal.
Good evening, everybody.
If you just join us, you can always rewind and start doing
Or you could just watch the show again by
Yeah.
clicking on the link.
Somebody told me, what,
Nonsense.
I'm supposed to add to my greeting today and say, Har Har Mahadev or Jai Bholinath.
Yes, Har Har Mahadev.
So,
All right. So getting back into the show.
right.
All right. So okay, we stopped at. Okay, where do we stop at?
No, we came to the story of Ganga being
Right.
in Lord Shiva's hair.
Okay.
And the posture of Ganga in the matted hair is called Ganga Dara Murti.
Okay.
You understand? That's
Okay.
now
Yes, I got it.
Ganga. That's the Murti that you pray to. Where
Yes.
you see, or you see it in the photos as well.
Yes, I do.
Where
Yeah.
Ganga Devi is sitting
Okay.
in the hair. Now, what we ask everybody is, do they have opinion about it?
If you have a different type of belief, everybody, this is a safe space. It's an open space. You can share your opinions and beliefs. Yes, we do have a disclaimer whenever we start the show, stating that these are our beliefs. This is not facts, But if you have a different belief or something different from what Alan is saying or something different from what Auntie Shashi was saying in the beginning of the show, you're welcome to comment at the bottom of the screen. As you're looking at it, it says live chat at the bottom. So yeah, there you go.
Now, why I mentioned the story as well, because I know Sashi Gosain also mentioned the same story.
Yeah.
And mine is obviously different from hers. Now, what we're trying to show you as well is that everybody has their own beliefs.
Yes, that's
And
true.
we are more than welcome, we are more than open to receive your own beliefs so that we can share it with everybody. So everybody can then partake of this particular
True.
belief.
Now, if you want to, if you don't want to be a part of the chat, and if you want to stay anonymous, you're welcome. Drop us an email. There's the address at the bottom right of your screen right there. Mail at actonvillefm.co.za.
Or you can send us a WhatsApp.
Yeah, it's fine. If you want to stay anonymous, please start the conversation with a hashtag as we will. This one will just blurt it out.
Some people doesn't even know what a hashtag is.
Yes.
Just remember, when they say hashtag and stuff, just write there.
Or you could put it old school ATT, like how you do it on your emails, attention to whoever, then put attention anonymous. It's fine. I'll know.
Or just put it anon.
Yeah.
And then colon and
I'll end up thinking, this is Uncle Anon coming in.
Well, how do you sing happy birthday?
Oh, yeah.
To everybody.
Oh, happy birthday to everybody out there. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
you
so
never
busy.
sing happy birthday.
Sorry, guys. No, I didn't sing.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Anonymous. Happy birthday to you.
Hooray! No, hooray!
Happy birthday to anybody who's celebrating a birthday out there. If you're watching the show, I hope you have a good one. May you be blessed.
We've got Basil James coming in, entertaining as always. Keep up the wonderful work.
Thank you, Uncle
Thank
Basil.
you, Uncle Basil.
Uncle Basil, are you older than me? I'm proud
No,
of you.
he's-
How old is Basil?
I don't know.
Well, let us know if you don't mind me
I think
asking.
I'm older than him.
Is it? Okay. Okay,
I'm not
because
sure.
I don't know if you noticed, it's in me, the respect thing. I have to see auntie and uncle.
Yeah, but if you look like an uncle, then you're going to call them uncle.
Yeah, I will.
Everybody looks like an uncle.
Everybody looks like an uncle.
It's just that because of the grey hair, now
No, but
everybody's
I
calling
like
auntie.
grey hair. Do you know if mine
I
comes
see mine
in
is
full?
more grey than yours.
If my grey hair comes in full, I will look like Storm from the X-Men. Oh yeah. That'll be cool. I'm not into all looking all cute and pretty. I like looking different. Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's talk about a different avatar of Lord Shiva,
Alright.
shall we?
Yes, please.
It's something that we mentioned before as well.
Okay. Excuse me.
We did mention it previously, or in a roundabout way, and somebody mentioned that Lord Shiva killed so and so. Kamari, right? One who is the enemy of Cupid. This is the motto of Lord Shiva as well. This is one of his avatars, right? Basil says he's 41, so he's uncle for you.
Thank you, Uncle Basil. Thank you so much for being
Well,
honest
he-
with us on the
well,
show today. You're not shy, but
He's
you.
41.
Yeah.
Yo,
I think we've
I'm
met.
older
No,
than
we've met before. We have.
I'm older than him.
You're older than him.
Yeah.
You have to call him Uncle Alan.
Okay, let's get back to our story as well.
Okay.
But there's not a lot of time left as well.
It's fine. Well, guys, we've got about 10 minutes. Do you want to showcase some talent? What would you like to do?
Yeah, I think you know what. Let's show before we start this. I don't want to leave them with another.
No,
cliffhanger
I
there.
know, Brahmashni, if you're watching the show, doll, he's going to leave you on a cliffhanger. Okay. Why use some of that irritation? I'd like to present to you Deshan Styler, Dina Karuna. Here he is coming up next.
Dina Karuna.
Yeah.
நின்னருள் புகழ்த பணியும் என்னையும் இறைஞ்சி அருளும் தீன கருணாகரனே நடராஜா நீலகண்டனே தீன கருணாகரனே நடராஜா நீலகண்டனே ದೀನ ಕರುಣಾಗರನೇ ನರರಾಜ ನೀಲಕಂಠನೇ ದೀನ ಕರುಣಾಗರನೇ ನರರಾಜ ನೀಲಕಂಠನೇ ದೀನ ಕರುಣಾಗರನೇ ನರರಾಜ ನೀಲಕಂಠನೇ ದೀನ ಕರುಣಾಗರನೇ ನರರಾಜ ನೀಲಕಂಠನೇ கண்டனே மௌன குருவே அரணே இணையாண்ட நீலகண்டனே தீன கருணாகரனே நடராஜா நீலகண்டனே தீன கருணாகரனே நடராஜா நீலகண்டனே మీనలోచనీ మనాల తాండవవాడం సభావలే మీనలోచనీ మనాల తాండవవాడం సభావలే ஞானிகள் மனம் விரும்பும் நீலகண்டனே ஞானிகள் மனம் விரும்பும் நீலகண்டனே மௌன குருவே மௌன குருவே மௌன குருவே மௌன குருவே மௌன குருவே அரணே இணையாண்ட நீலகண்டனே தீன கருணாகரனே நடராஜா நீலகண்டனே தீன கருணாகரனே நடராஜா நீலகண்டனே ஆதி அந்தமில்லாஹரனே அன்பருளம் வாழும் பரனே ஆதி அந்தமில்லாஹரனே அன்பருளம் வாழும் பரனே பாடிமதிவேணியனே பரமேஷா நீலகண்டனே பாதிமதிவேணியனே பரமேஷா நீலகண்டனே தீன கருணாகரனே நடராஜா நீலகண்டனே தீன கருணாகரனே நடராஜா நீலகண்டனே 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 நீலகண்டனே
Dancing style night, everybody. Oh, man, it was
See, I
beautiful.
told you, we are becoming stylish.
Yeah. Karuna. I love that song. I love that song. I love that song. I love that song. I get happy. Yeah.
Now, just for every, I was supposed to do Kamari, but like I said, it's not going to be enough time.
Guys, we
I'm
just
gonna end
came
up
towards the
giving
end of the
out a
show.
cliffhanger
Yeah.
as well, and then my nickname is going to be.
Basil James coming in. Uncle Basil says, "Okay, Alan, Hannah, big,
Big Anna.
Big Anna, Big Anna."
Okay,
No,
I say
that's it.
Chin Anna.
Chin. What's the difference?
Chin is small.
Oh, so you Chin Anna and he's the Big Anna.
Yeah,
Okay.
Perian.
Both of them are uncle to me. Yeah.
Everyone is uncle to you.
Yeah, man.
Now, it's just something that, that just popped across my mind earlier on as well today.
Okay.
Alright? It's something about the Vedas as well.
Okay.
I'd just like to share it with everybody.
Okay.
The Vedas itself state that by knowing Shiva, who is hidden in all things, right, exceedingly fine, like film arising from clarified butter. Now, when you look at clarified butter, you know the film on top,
Yeah.
how
Yes.
it
Yes.
comes
Yes.
to the
Yes.
top as well.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about as well. The one embrace of the universe, by realizing God, one is released from all of their fetters. You understand? Now, when we talk about that,
Yes.
like we say, realizing God, so you meditate upon the Lord by knowing Lord Shiva. Knowing Lord Shiva in your heart. You understand? You come
Yeah.
to a self-realization, and then you are free from all fetters. You understand? I don't know how you feel about that,
Yes.
but you are more than welcome to share your own beliefs, and we are more than willing to
No
listen.
fighting. We educate each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, we share.
Everybody has different opinions,
Yeah.
different beliefs.
We could learn something new from you. Like, thanks again to Auntie Kim for joining us in the show today, and
Yeah, we always learn
educating
something
us.
new.
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't want to put it up there, then they say
Don't be
it to our
afraid.
WhatsApps
It's
or
not.
whatever.
This is not
And
this is not politics.
Some people phone me. Some people actually phone me and tell me,
Why don't you
so
say
and so.
this? Why don't you do that?
Some
Or,
people
I
I
believe
meet
in
them
this. Yeah.
while I'm at work, and they tell me, you know what, I'm glad of your show, and I mean, people that I don't even expect to watch our show, and
Yeah.
you know, they are happy with it.
We actually have people coming in from out of the culture that sends messages and emails all day. You know, well done. We like what you're doing with promoting culture. And you know what? I take it as an honor. And I'd like to say
I do.
thank you to all of you. You guys are...
Thank you for supporting
You guys
us.
are the star of the show. Very big thank you to Kim, to Ramashni, Vona, Cassie, Basil, and for those of you who I missed, these are the only names I can go back to on our system. I'm so sorry, but thank you to everybody who joins our show every evening.
Don't forget the Anonymous as well.
Yes, and well, thank you to Anonymous. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. But you are God's child, and we thank you every day. Thank you so much for making the show what it is. If it's not for you guys, we can't do the show. Please excuse me for swinging my chair. I'm suffering with my back today, guys, so I felt like crossing my legs is helping a bit. You know?
We can always just...
He just wants to give me a hiding, guys. He's waiting for the
No,
opportunity.
I'm just saying if you press it out.
Yeah. I can't
It'll
reach
not go.
there properly.
No, you just get Andy or someone to just
Sophia,
press
same.
it. Or press it out.
I can't even get into
They're
makeup
gonna
and
go
see what
into
you're talking about. I'm joking, I'm teasing. Now, he's very loving. He'll help you this evening. Okay, we'll show him what she's talking about, and yeah, we'll do it. Well, it's time to go now.
Vanakkam, everybody. Thank you all for joining us on our show. To be continued.
Good evening,
But there's no
everybody.
cliffhangers today, you see.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you can't call me cliffhanger now.
for those of you who are late for the show, please join us again tomorrow, same time, same place, from 7 p.m. up until 8. From myself, Kimera, Heeralal, and Alan Murgan. Bye-bye.
Vanakkam.